Hello. Alright, so today we're going to do something fun with some flames and some skulls. And I have done flames like this in the past before. I'm going to try and link some pictures. I believe I did them in my don't ask me why. So today we are going to use apologize, you guys. I have been sick this past week, so if I start coughing or anything like that, I apologize. But you might as well be miserable doing something that you love, right? Make sure that that's coming in good one. Now, a little update on those Bellavina nails. Those did last almost a week. Actually on Saturday a couple of them fell off, so I did glue them on, and then I did have one that I kind of bumped it and it popped off, and you can see where it kind of ripped my natural nail off. That hurt, folks. I don't know if you've ever had a nail ripped off, but that hurts. All those people, oh boo-hoo, you broke a nail. Well, oh boo-hoo, you try ripping your nail bed and see how that feels. Alright, so I'm going to go in with my Apres Gel X Prep. I apologize, let me... Alright, get that all up on the inside, because like I've said before, I do not believe that a nail is finished until you get it all done. That does mean underside. That's just my belief, you guys. That's just my OCD talking. So definitely don't have to take it to heart. And all you nail techs out there who don't do the underside of your nails, I'm not dissing anybody or anything like that. That's just kind of how I feel about it, and I just like it all complete. And these nails are kind of cloudy, which is actually fine for this design because I'm not really expecting any clear stuff. I haven't tried yet. I do have some natural, the natural color nails. I am going to try and use those doing this method because apparently you can. I'm just kind of afraid to. I'm afraid it won't cure right. But apparently it does. I'd also really like to try the Femi Beauty method, but that scares me too because I'm really not sure if any of those nails will stick and stay to my greasy ass nails. Alright, so while those are drying, I've got my prep. So I've got my hydrator and my primer. And of course they are the Macarte. Just my favorite. I do really like this dehydrator. It smells like watermelon, guys. I really like that. Rather than that harsh chemical smell. And don't mind my crusty ass nails. I actually took my nails off earlier today, and I honestly probably shouldn't have, because that just leaves my nails, with me being who I am, at a world of hurt. Alright. And like I've said before, with the primer, I don't use a lot because I feel like if you use a bunch of it, it leaves behind a sticky residue. So just a little bit is fine, and then let that dry. Well, a little bit. That was a little much. Wow, Jackie. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to let that dry for just a second. And then I'm going to take my Beautilux. This is my rubber base. And this is what I use as a base coat because it works for me. This actually sticks. So, you know, do what works for you guys. Honestly, I keep seeing so many nail techs or YouTubers talk about, you guys got to do this, it works. Definitely try it. If it doesn't work for you, don't keep doing it, because, you know, it's just, it's kind of like, you know, what's the definition of insanity? And how about we don't keep repeating everything? Alright. Well, that was fun. Alright. Take it off your skin if you get it on your skin. You don't want to cure it on your skin. That is so ugly. Okay. I'll be covering that up in just a second. And get all my nails. Alright, so I've got that on. I'm going to cure for 60 seconds and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that that is cured and it's all nice and pretty, I'm going to go ahead and grab my Macarte Solid Nail Glue, my favorite. And I'm going to have to get more soon. Wow. Okay. That's okay. And we're just going to take a little bit. You really don't need much. And I like to spread it out just a little bit. Take that nail and you're going to kind of go from the edge. I rock it a little bit and then I push down towards the cuticle and then push up towards the tip. And you're gonna have some leakage, you guys. I mean, it's like not an option. You're gonna have some leakage. And yes, I save stuff that comes out. I'm a cheapskate, what can I say? I'm gonna make sure that this is all nice and straight. These feel like they're really, yeah, these are really curved. I forgot about that. It's been a little bit since I used these. At least a few months. And wow, am I making bubbles. I'm so glad that I'm doing full coverage color because, and of course, you know, the nail's not going to fit everything. As you can see, I've got the edge here that's just going to be, you know, empty. no matter what I do. So that's on. I'm going to get the rest of my nails on, and as you can see, I can kind of tap and move, and yes, I am tapping, and it's not coming off. So this is definitely why I like using the solid nail glue, because I don't have to worry about curing each individual nail one at a time. I can pop all the nails on and cure them. So this is just my preferred method. The Bellavina, sorry, the double dip, we'll just call it double dip because I don't have that in front of me right now to be telling you exactly what it is. But that double dip, it did fine. I mean, the gel did great, considering it did last almost a week before nails started popping off. And I honestly think that a couple nails popped off because I did kind of cram my hand into the wall. I am a klutz, so that happens quite regularly. Alright. Now I may have put too much on that one. And that rocket. And yes. Now, if you get spillage on the inside, folks, it's not that big a deal. Now, I have heard that the Vetsi solid nail glue burns or makes you itch right away when you use it, so I'm gonna have to get some of that and try it, because this stuff gets on my skin all the time, as you can see, and there's no problem. So if you get it underneath, I usually just take this part of my cuticle pusher and I just scoop it out. If I was doing this as a clear nail, I probably would go ahead and take a brush with some alcohol to that and make sure that that line that you can very obviously see isn't there anymore. But since I'm not doing a clear nail, I don't want to do a clear nail today, then it doesn't really matter, honestly. That's why I'm not bugging about the bubbles. Otherwise, I'd be bugging about the bubbles. These bubbles, and this obviously does not fit my nail all that well. Get that on. And this stuff is pretty thick, you guys, so definitely push down. And yeah, you're gonna have to use a little bit of pressure. It's thick. It's thick. It's stiff, and if you don't push it down, you're going to end up with big parts, like a big gap, and it looks funny. It looks really funny when your nail is like sticking up on the end. Trust me, I do have experience with this. It took me a little bit to figure out how to use some products, I'm telling you. But that's what happens when you decide you don't want anybody else touching your nails, which I decided a very long time ago. Nail salons actually kind of scare the crap out of me. I had a friend get this really nasty fungus, and she's got 2 fingernails, one on each hand, that have never grown back, which, honestly, really? That scares the crap out of me. It scared the crap out of me then because I was growing my nails. I mean, and yes, I'd get my nails about this long. This is my preferred length. Honestly, I will use the extra long nails. These are just longs. And I'll use the extra longs, but wow, though, I mean, when I did that this last time, I hadn't had my nails that long in forever. I mean, the last time I grew my nails that long was shoot, at least 3 decades ago, honestly. Alright. So now that I have all of these guys on, I am going to go ahead and cure for 60 seconds. And then I'm going to get this guy done because, you know, I need both hands. And I'll be right back. Alright, so now that I've got all my nails on, I am going to take my trusty, and yes, it is very dusty right now. I obviously didn't clean it last week. Isn't that pretty? My lovely e-file that I got off of Amazon. Actually. And I'm going to just start at a low speed. This I'm just going to do around the cuticles. And you guys, this bit is from a package that I got off Amazon. It's actually the first bits that I actually bought. So, and then I'm just going to go around my cuticles. Just kind of try and make this flush. Kind of even out that edge that's, unfortunately, it's just going to be there. And then this way also, if I did miss any spots, like right here where there's a nice lovely piece, of solid glue that I missed, and it was on my skin. This got cured on my skin, folks. Ugh. Once again, I am not a professional. This stuff honestly is just easier to cut it off. Alright. That's better. I'm going to do this especially on the, oh, found another spot, yay. Especially on these pinkies because these are a little wide and I don't want them being this wide. Apologize for my son's cat again, he's at work, so Babu is looking for him. He's not here. But he's still gonna come in here and he's still gonna make noise. So I know I pulled this out on my last video, but I do have this lovely little case that I got off Amazon as well, this guy, and it does have these little brushes. So every time I'm done using this guy, I do try and get this stuff off. And yeah, there's some stuff in there. So And if it doesn't come off right away, I have noticed that if I just kind of soak that in a little bit of acetone or alcohol and then reapply it to this brush, it will come off. So, alright, now the cat's going crazy. Alright, so now I am going to take this file. Now this file I got off Shein, and this is one of those peel and sticks. I thought I'd give it a go. And I'm going to go ahead and just make these lines crisp. I have said it before and I will continue to say it, but I absolutely love the thinner look on nails, be it coffin or stiletto. I want them thin. And not rounded. These ones are kind of rounded, so they're kind of more almond shaped in a way. Well, the way I view stilettos, because I view stilettos where they've got those nice sharp edges, and I am going to make these very sharp because as I pile on product, it's not going to be as sharp anymore. So we're going to make that nice and sharp, just like that. Isn't that pretty? Make sure it's a nice straight line, and then move on. Now, because these ones are so wide, it does make it nice. I do like these particular tips to where I can actually file them nice and thin and sharp without feeling like I'm compromising the structure of the nail. But these ones are nice and thick, and if you see, look, they've got this ledge here, especially on this nail. Look at that. I mean, it's almost lipstick, and I don't do that. Sorry, that would kind of bother me. And I try and get out these lovely little hangy pieces as I go. Folks, this is 100 grit. It's not gonna last. I can see it now. This is not gonna last. It was from Shein. They were cheap. I thought I'd give them a try. You guys let me know down below. Give me a comment if you'd like to see me unbox stuff and actually use the product. I realized that I unboxed my Nail Lab and didn't hardly touch anything inside, so yes, let me know. I'll do it. I'll get a nice big order from Shein, which honestly doesn't cost that much because it's Shein. I've gotten a few things from Shein and I kind of like their stuff. They've got some really cute decorations, so just have to make sure you put a top coat over most of them because the metal will actually fade on their metal decorations, but you do realize you get what you pay for most of the time. I do. I realize that. That's why I take measures to protect that, because I know I got it cheap. Alright, and then this guy, I am going to go a little in make sure that this is really thinned out, since, I mean, it fits, it's just really thick. Try not to cut myself with the nail file. I want a nice crisp line here. Alright, so now that we've got our shape going, now I am going to take my buffing block and I'm going to buff out the nails. I didn't necessarily need to file anything on the nail itself because, you know, it's a good form itself, but now I do want to get this all nice and buffed. I do not want my whatever nail art I do to fall off or peel off just because I forgot to buff, which has happened before. Like I said, I speak from experience. Not in here. Promise, he's not in here. Alright, so now that I've got those shaped and buffed, I do like to just make sure that everything is where I want it to be. I don't have any of these hangy things. Alright. Get rid of the dust. And then I am going to take a nice alcohol pad, if I can get a pad, and get rid of the dust here. Alright, so now I'm going to get this hand down and I'll be back in just a little bit. Alright, so now that I've got all my nails all shaped and buffed, and not all buffed, obviously. Alright. I keep finding these little stragglers. It's really obnoxious. Alright. Get rid of that. Get off my finger. Oh, I see it. You know, you think you get it all, and you don't. Alright, so now I'm going to take this brush. Now this brush I got from Dollar Tree, guys, and it actually works pretty well at getting all the stuff out of the inside. It's just a makeup brush, but it's all good. Because now I am they're everywhere. All right. Alright, so get all of that out. And now I am going to take not this color. This color. So this is a Cloud Butte color gel. This I got off eBay, guys. But look at this color. Isn't that gorgeous? And I'm going to pop that on the insides of my nails. And this isn't super opaque, so you might need to put on 2 coats if you really want that super opaque. I don't really care because I'm putting black polish on. I don't want it on my skin. So take that off. Like I said, I don't want it super opaque because I'm going to be putting black on. So with the black polish, you're not even going to notice that this is this sheer. Cure this for 30 seconds and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that I've got all that, we're going to jump into this stuff. So this is Bell Boost. I got this off Amazon. This is a top, a bottom, and a mat. And I just wanted to try this out. So let's see. There's the base. That's the mat. And it says the no wipe top. So this is going to go on the insides. This is a nice, not super thick, but a thick consistency. I kind of like it. So far I haven't been disappointed by any of the top and base and matte coat sets that I've purchased. So that's kind of nice. Alright. And then I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that we've done all of that, we are going to take our base coat and put that on all of the nails. And I think, yeah, I kind of got myself a little bit with my drill. Yeah, not a professional. I love it when people ask me, would you do my nails? And I'm like, no. This is a nice thick consistency as well. Now I have found with base coats, you don't need a super thick layer. You just want that layer there so that stuff doesn't peel off. Now I've been using base coat for a long time because, you know, with natural nails you need to use a base coat, especially if you don't want discoloration or the nice peeling. So I'm used to using a base coat. So I've never not used a base coat with tips. I'm picking up strays. Get off. Okay. Alright, and this I'm gonna wipe off with my fingers if I get a chance. I'm gonna cure this all for 60 seconds. Alright, so now that base coat's all on, and I did wipe off the tacky layer, I did have to do that because I kind of had a little coughing fit, so yay. But I also don't want to pick up anything tacky while I'm doing my nails. I did want to show you, I did get these from Shein recently. These are kind of really cute, these little, there's pumpkins, spider webs, little skeletons, skulls. So yeah, these are cute. These, however, will get top coated because they are from Shein, so they are kind of cheap. We are going to go ahead and use, or maybe use, these skulls. I do also have these resin skulls that I got off eBay. I got them in black, white, a violet color, and a gray. I would like for you to stay face up. Thank you. Okay, so this is the charms that we're probably going to end up using. Of course, I'm going to use some rhinestones. Not sure which ones just yet. And then some other options that I have for decorations, which we'll see if I use the foils, but I do have some foils with skulls on them. These I got from eBay. And then I have these wonderful cute little flames. So I'm not real sure if I'm going to use any of these guys, but I am definitely going to use these. Now these I have used before. I did get these off Amazon. I have them in the gold, I have them in the black, and I also have them in glow in the dark. So yeah, so these are the decorations, well, most of the decorations that I've chosen. I do also have some foil glitter, I guess you could say, because it's already broken up. And this I like a lot, simply because the gold foil can be difficult to use. It just sticks to everything, and it's hard to get that nice, you know, small effect when it's just simply everywhere. It won't leave. It just lays down in a big clump whether you like it or not. Okay, so I do have the nice copper. I've got the gold and black. This one is silver and gold, so we won't be using that. But we do have two different golds here as well. So these are the ones that I might be using if I use these. We'll see. It's a definite option. I do have some other gems here. I do have these guys. So in case I want to use these, I do have just your basic colored gems. And if I really, 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 really want to, I do have some of these nice iridescent gems. So we'll see. And then I have some like nice iridescent, like gold tinged gems that, give me just a quick second because, yeah, I tend to cover up the big things. Don't ask me why. But these guys, I think are really pretty. These guys, I should have actually kept the packaging for it, or at least put the name on it like I have been doing, because I don't remember where it came from, as in who the brand is. I did bid on it on eBay, so. Alright, I washed my hands, so I am going to put a little bit of my Coppertone Sport on. You guys, this is not because I fear the UV lamp, it's just because I really don't like, and you can still see it right now, my hands end up getting darker than the rest of my skin. That kind of bothers my OCD. So I am going to put that on my hands. My sister's told me a few times that I need to do it because, oh, I'm glad you're doing that, because you know you could get cancer in your nail beds. Well, honestly, she freaks out over little things, so I'm not bugging. Alright, so since I did that, I'm going to take that off my nails. It's a bubble. I'm like, what is on my nail? A bubble. Alright, so the colors that we're going to use, our base colors, are going to be this black from Mayjam. And it is a nice black. Since it is a black though, I do put thin layers on so that it doesn't get all gross. The Cloud Butte, the same color that I put on the underside. I am also going to be using this nail coat, and this is a gold. And I like this because it's a nice sparkly gold. All of these guys, eBay. Sorry, but eBay. Alright. So I am going to start with this color, and I'm going to pop this color on this nail. And I always feel like I have to be extra careful with the black colors, because if you have it like black and white, if you don't get it just right, you can see the separation between your cuticle and the nail in a harsh way, and I don't like that. So this gold color I am going to put on my ring finger. And of course, you guys, these, you get what you pay for. So these colors are not that opaque. I mean, they do a pretty good job, but they're not that opaque. And I'm going to have to fix that. All right. And then everything else is just going to be this black. And the May Jam, you guys, is pretty opaque. I mean, I probably only have to use 2 coats of that. It's a pretty decent black. I've used it a few times. I just want to make sure that, because it's a little thick on there and it will bubble. And I'm going to go back in with my gold because I noticed I globbed it. I don't know how I did that, but there's a nice glob on this nail. That's better. Not really. Alright, try this again. It's that nice iridescent sparkle that I want, though. Alright. These are plastic bottles, so they're not going to sit still. I may have to bust out my polish holders. Yeah. I do have these little guys. These I got off Wish. I've got a lot of these because I used to put all my polishes in them till I realized I didn't have to put all my polishes in them. Alright, so now that I have all the colors on, I am going to cure this for a full 60 seconds because they are dark colors. I want the light to penetrate all the way through. I don't want any bubbles or wrinkles or anything like that, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now that that's all cured, I am going to go in with my second coat. It's all about making a mess. Today, it's about making a mess. Alright. And let's get black. And see, as you can see, it doesn't matter that that was all opaque, or not opaque, because the black, or in this case the silver, is going to shine through and make it a different color. Or not a different color, but a darker black. Alright, so I'm going to cure this for another 60 seconds and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that the black is all as opaque as I need it to be, I am going to just throw another coat of this gold on here. It needs it. Might even need a fourth coat, unfortunately. Yeah. So I'm going to get that done. Make sure that this is opaque as I want it to be, because I really don't want the black shining through as much as it is. And I'll be right back. Alright, so now that I have that as opaque as I want it to be, and it's okay if this one's a little thicker, because we're going to do stuff with these three here that it's going to make them thicker. This one I'm not as sure yet as to what I want to do. But I am going to encapsulate everything in my Model 1's Builder Gel, my clear. So that thickness doesn't really matter. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and wipe off the tacky layer on all of these. I'm kind of being careful with the black because sometimes when you do to wipe off the tacky layer, it takes some of the color. I don't want to take any of the color. I want it to stay this opaque. So we are going to use some foil on the gold nail. So let's see which one I want to use. Let me actually find where the middle is. Alright, this is not cool. These are all stuck together. Well, I don't want to use that one anyway. Alright, let's see. No. And no. No. Oh, modern day skulls. Cute. We're not using that. These ones, maybe. Oh, look at that. It's got a crown. I like that. That's cute. I'm not using it today, but that's cute. All right. So I'm going to get my foils ready to go because I don't want to be sticking to everything. I'm going to use these guys because they're just too freaking cute. Where'd the other one go? Oh, there it is. And then I am going to use this nice kind of creepy looking skull because it kind of goes with the skulls I've got. Although I like the mohawk skull. Yeah, but no, we're going to use this guy. Actually, I like that one a lot. Yeah, okay. Alright. So now that I've got my foils all good to go, and I'm throwing things apparently, put these someplace safe. Although I'm really not sure if anything is safe around me right now, so whatever. I'm going to use my Makart foil glue. Now I'm going to put a nice thin layer. On this now. Alright, now make sure that you do cure for 60 seconds. I think last time I only cured for 30, which was probably part of my problem. But hey, it was a bad day. So let me cure this and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that that's all nice and cured, this should work so much better. Alright. This guy is cool because he's kind of smoking. And since we're using flames, I like that. Alright, place that where I want it. And then rub it nice and firm. Some good pressure on there. I have a bunch of these kind of little tools, and I like using them for certain things. This does work sometimes, although sometimes my finger works, but usually that's on my thumb where it's bigger. So alright, let's see. Not so much. Okay. For some reason, I have issues with the sides. Don't ask me why. But the edges are always, the sides and the edges, yeah. Alright, let's see. Alright, cool. I didn't get all of the sides, but that's okay. So now I'm going to take these three guys, and I want them just underneath. Now these sides I do really kind of want, so hopefully I can get these guys. Alright, that came out cool looking. Alright, those away, and then I am going to take my top coat from my Bella Boost, and I'm going to give this a good coat because I don't want the foils to go away. Alright, so this I'm going to cure for a full 60 seconds and I'll be right back. Alright, so that's all done. That's so pretty. Okay, so now we are going to use some of our decals on 2 of the nails, and then the other 2 nails we're going to do something a little different. So on one of my nails, and I think I'm going to choose this one, I'm going to use these. I don't want anything too harsh, but red, yellow, and orange are my colors today, so and I absolutely hate it when you peel off your sticker and you get a little extra. Alright, I'm just gonna put that to the side. Alright, so now we've got our flame, and I'm gonna just pop him here. So now that I've got that one, I'm gonna find something small for the orange. Maybe. Okay, these are definitely not easy to get off. These, you guys, were from eBay. That's not working. Let's use the bigger ones. All right. Okay, wow. That's not what those are for. All right. Now for the yellow. Now hopefully this one isn't near as stubborn. Let's see, what do I want to use? This guy works. Thank God that was easier. Ooh, okay. So now that I got that, I think on my pinky, I'm just going to throw one of these guys down, and I'm going to use this guy. Alright, so now that those are down where I want them, kind of. And if I can move that, that's not quite. As awesome as I thought it would be. Let's see. I took up the orange too. I mean, why? Alright. Goodness. I don't really want to cover up any flames, honestly. That looks better. What do you think? I think that looks better. Okay. Except the orange is now a little wrinkled. She got pulled up. Alright. Make sure that that's all good. And then I'll take my top coat and go back over. This is what I don't like about stickers, is sometimes they pop up. It's okay. I'm encapsulating. Why am I top coating my... You know what? Deep breath, Jackie. I do like the consistency of this Bella Boost. It is a nice thick consistency, which is really nice for when you do have nail art, because then it'll kind of fill in some of those gaps that you get like with the stickers and around the edges. Alright, so this I'm going to cure for another 60 seconds. And I'll be right back. Alright, so now that that's all nice and cured, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blooming gel, and this is Mitzi. I do like some of the Mitzi products, so... Alright. And I am going to put a nice coat on my thumb. Alright, so I'm going to start with my McCarts. These are going to be the reflective glitters. And I'm going to start with this red and a good amount on there. And this is the candy apple. And then I'm going to go in with the tangy orange. No, I want more of the candy apple. Just a little bit. that over. And then I'm gonna go in with this lemon drops. And I'm gonna pop that on the top. And then I'm gonna take my brush, just a little liner brush, and I'm gonna go all the way through. And I've got flames. So now I'm going to cure this for a good 60 seconds because this is a nice thick layer. And really the only reason that I use the blooming gel is so that it will spread a little bit. You can see it spreading. I don't want it to spread too much though, so I'm going to cure that. I'll be right back. Alright, so now that that's all cured, it is going to be a nice little tacky layer, which I want. And then I'm going to go in, these are going to be the Kiposi colors in the yellow and in the red. And then I have the Meet Across in the orange. And I'm going to do the same thing on my pointer finger as I did on my thumb. So start with my blooming gel. Get any fuzzies off. I don't want fuzzies stuck in my nails. And there's still a fuzzy. There you are. Get rid of you. Okay. Now the thicker the layer of blooming gel, the more bloom you're gonna get. And since I don't want as much bloom, let's say if I was doing like crocodile nails, I'm not even gonna put that much on there. Alright, so starting with my red, I'm not gonna put as much on this guy just because I do intend to do something else on this one. Not sure what. Well, maybe I do, maybe I don't. We'll see. We'll see. I promise nothing right now. Very indecisive today. And then I'm going to take my brush, liner brush, and go back through. Making sure I get the sides. And the blooming gel is actually very important because otherwise you'll see the brush strokes through it, and I don't want to see the brush strokes through it. I just want to see what design it comes up with. So I'm going to let that kind of go for just a little bit. And when it's where I want it to be, I am going to go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds, and I'll be right back. Alright, so that's all nice and cured. What I am going to do now with that tacky layer, especially because there's a bubble, is I am going to use a little bit of these guys. So I am going to take a few of these. I'm going to cover up that bubble. And really, I just want the little itty bitty pieces. And I'm going to pop that on the top. So they kind of look like the sparks from a fire. Cool. Alright. And I'm also going to put those here. really like it. And then I have an idea. So I am going to take my foil glue just a little bit here. All right, let me cure this for 60 seconds and I'll be right back. All right, so now I'm going to use this coppery color over that. Oh wow, yeah. All right, so that kind of makes that pop just a little bit more. All right, color me happy. All right, so now that I've done that, and all of my nails are where I want them, and I have a fingerprint in my nail. All right, make sure there aren't any other fingerprints. All right, so now I am going to take my Model 1's Builder Gel, in the nice clear, and I am going to be using my Macart brush and picker. This came in the purple kit. And then I'm just going to encapsulate everything. And on these, you really don't need a big layer, guys. You don't need a thick layer on most of this, just because it's all pretty flat. All I really want to do is protect what I just did. I'm glad this stuff is self-leveling because it's really actually very, very hard to get it nice and flat because it's so sticky. You just don't want any big divots or anything because it won't self-level all the way like that. All right. This one I want a little thicker because of the stickers. Those stickers look so cool under this. Alright. I don't want a thick layer where I put my foils, but that's mostly because I did already put a good layer of gold on there. Make sure that things aren't sliding while I'm doing this. And then on my pinky, I do want a thicker layer. Once again, sticker. See if I can pick up enough, and I can't, but whatever. Not going to worry so much about this piece that's kind of sticking up because I am going to file a little bit, so I'll be filing it down. Make sure that everything is self-leveling where I want it to self-level. Sometimes you get it where it self-levels right into your cuticles. So I'm going to go ahead and cure this, and I said it before, I'll say it again, with my builder gel I always cure for a full 2 minutes, and that's just because it is thicker and I do not want it uncured anywhere, so I am going to go ahead and cure for a full 2 minutes, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so now that that's all nice and cured, I am going to wipe off the tacky layer because it is a very tacky layer. And of course, there's gold foil everywhere now. And my nails are shredding these pads like they do when they're this sharp. But these ones are not near as sharp as my right hand, which has not been done yet. Alright, so now that, and it's still got a kind of a tacky-ish layer on it, I've noticed, with the builder gel, so I do like to put a top coat over that. Just so it doesn't gunk up my file. I've got little pieces of that stupid pad everywhere. These pads I got from Shein, so I'm trying them out, see if they work. Not sure if I like them. It's not quite lint free if I can tear them apart, is it? Might just have to use my old ones for the time being. Alright, so now that I have the top coat on, I am going to go ahead and cure this for a full 60 seconds, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that those are nice and cured and everything is all on here and secured, I am going to go ahead and file, make sure that everything is nice and even. I do start with my cuticles. Make sure my lines are still nice and crisp, and I am using my Macart file that came in the purple kit as well. And honestly, you guys, that file that I got from Shein, the one that is the peel and stick, that actually cut me. And it wasn't the file itself that cut me. It was this metal edge. The metal edge is actually really sharp. So I'm actually thinking that I might need to get some peel and stick files from Christy McKeon. Those are supposed to be really good, so I might have to splurge. Alright, so I want to make sure that my shape is still crisp, still nice and sharp. When I am doing my filing for something like this and I want everything smooth, I do look for any shine left, and I check every avenue, make sure that I don't have any spots that are too bulky, too flat, too whatever. Make sure that my cuticles are still nice and flush. Alright. So now that that's good, I'm going to move along to the rest of my nails, and oh my god, cat fuzzy. Gross. Alright, so I'm going to finish these up and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that I have all of that filed, and I did buff, and I also did go and redo this off camera, mostly because there was so little of the black and I really want that black to come through. So yeah, I redid it, and that stupid bubble was still showing and don't want the bubble. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take my lint-free wipes and get the rest of the dust off. And now I'm going to take my top coat. And this right here, you guys, this is a warning. Be careful when your nails are this sharp. I did that while I was filing. And ooh, look how pretty that is. Ah, okay. I love it. What do you think? That's gorgeous. Okay, let's move on. Just sit there and stare at that all day. I like that. Okay, and I did fix that area here, so we're not sticking out anymore. Alright, so this I am going to cure for a full 60 seconds. And I did have an idea, so we are going to implement that. I am going to be taking a couple of my little nail display pieces, whatever you want to call them, and I'm going to actually paint these black guys. I don't think I'm going to use the white ones because it doesn't really go with what I'm doing, but these black ones kind of do. So I am going to be taking my beautiful black, sparkly, shiny, iridescent, and we're going to paint over the black skulls. All right. Use my lovely sticky stuff. And I'm going to use some tweezers. I love how it sticks to my finger more than anything else. Grab my skull. Alright. And I'm going to grab a small detail brush to do this. I don't think I need that guy. That's going to annoy me. Let's see how many coats this is going to take. And I want to get all up in all of the little crevices. And there's a few of them on this guy. You know what? I kind of want to put this lemon drop in the eye sockets and see how that looks. If I don't like it, at least I can get rid of it, right? Right? I hope so. Alright, take another little detail brush. Alright, that's kind of got that creepy feel. I'm going to need more than one coat, but that's okay. Get inside the nostril. Alright. So this I am going to cure for 30 seconds. I'm going to make a mess while I do that too. And while that is curing, I can take my other little guy and start him. I like him sparkly. Alright. And that fire in the eye. Alright. And then we're going to switch out because I am going to do whole nother coat. Just to make sure that everything is nice and sparkly, shiny, and it pops. I want it to pop. And I want these eye sockets to pop. And yeah, that's popping. What do you think, guys? You think that's popping? I think that's popping. Alright. Trade these guys out. Pop my second coat on this guy. Would help if I actually turned on the lamp. He's awful cute now. Got fire in his eyes. All right. I'm making a mess, peeps. All right, we're just gonna put those over there. Oh, he's cute. All right. Let me just get some alcohol in my dapping dish. Because I kind of clean my brush off. I want to put some top coat on this guy. Always make a big mess with the alcohol. You guys, this was just a detail brush that I snipped just so it would be nice and short, so that I could get into spaces like this. Alright. Take some top coat. And then we're just going to top coat the entire thing. It'll probably get a little bit of top coat at least after it's on the nail. But I definitely want to top coat it now so it doesn't attract everything. Lint, dog hair, cat hair, my hair. Alright, and these guys are going to cure for a minute now, and I am going to go ahead and put these white guys away before they get lost or whatever. But as you can see, I did get the black ones, the purple, some gray, and the white. And then these guys are cute, and I thought about using them because they are really cute. But they really don't match what I'm doing. I'm kind of doing more scary than cute. So, put those guys away. Alright. So now I am going to take my rhinestone glue from the cart and my wonderful little lamp, my flashlight, and I'm gonna put some little guys on here. So the little itty bitty ones are gonna go right here. And then I'm going to get a little flash here going. Now the big guy is going to go on my middle finger, and I'm going to put him more here. Kind of cover up that gap. Oh, he's cute. Okay. All right. These things are annoying. Okay. This guy apart, and he is going to go in here, so I'm going to make it like he's coming out of the flames. Put a good glob of that on there because I do not want him to fall off. And I am going to clean that up just a little bit. Grab this guy. Because I don't want those big globs there. Alright, flash cure. And I kind of like how this is the reflective micarts are actually kind of fluorescent under UV light. Isn't that cool? I think that's cool. Alright, so now that I've got all of those on there, I am going to go ahead and put this in the big lamp for 60 seconds because I want these all nice and cured, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that we've got all that cured, we're going to go ahead with our lovely crystals. Now I did decide that I'm just going to use these gems. I'm not going to use any others because it's just going to make it look too cluttered. So we're just going to stick with these guys. Okay? And I might even use some caviar beads. I do have these little guys. I'm not sure. Not sure. But I am definitely going to do some cuticle work because I like to cover up my cuticles in bling. Just and wow, did I make a mess. No, I really do want you right there. Thank you. Alright. Get these where I want them. Make a mess of myself. Oh wow. Yep. It's a good day. It's always a good day. Alright, so when that is where I want it to be, go ahead and flash cure that. And I left some on my cuticle, and ooh, that kind of burned a little. Okay. Yep. Alright. So I'm just going to do pretty much the same thing to all of them. I'll be right back. Alright, so I've got all my cuticle beads on, and I am going to go ahead and pop a little gem right here. And I say little, but it's not that little. It just needs a little extra. Flash cure that. Now I am going to go ahead and cure the whole thing for a full 60 seconds, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that all of that is cured, I am going to go ahead and put my top coat on. Get right up to my gems. Touch the edge. And with these guys, like I said, I am going to top coat the metal pieces just to protect that gold finish. Alright, give that a quick 60-second cure, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that that's all cured, I am going to take my alcohol, take my brush, and I'm going to go ahead and clean my nails. This will get any tacky anything off, as well as the lovely nail dust all over the place that I might have missed earlier. And because I am doing that with alcohol, it's going to dry my hands out. So yes, I am going to put cuticle oil on. And I know I use an abundance of cuticle oil when I use it, but that's my prerogative. Today I'm going to use the Nail Live cuticle oil, and this is the pomegranate. I do really like this stuff. It smells so good, and it does absorb. pretty quickly so that you don't have that lovely slick feeling all throughout your entire frickin' hand. And I say your entire hand because I do put it on the back of my hand. I'm going to try and avoid my scratch. Alright. And then that's the finished product. I like this guy. He's so cute. He's kind of thick and bulky, but I like him. He's cute. And I love these gems. They're so sparkly. I will do some outside shots. Please, please, please like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see me do. I will do it. Well, most of it anyway. It kind of depends on what it is. And yeah. See you later. Barking dogs. Sorry. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, please comment. Let me know what you think. Bye.